Good evening, everyone. Welcome to GradeUp's MBA Prep channel. Many of you must be among those who appeared in CAT 2020 and did not perform well, right? And now you're thinking that you need to do very well in CAT 2021 and thinking to start your preparation. And some of you must have got percentiles in 70s or 80s, but you found that you could have done much better not writing any of these examinations this year, right? So this session is specially meant for those students who have got percentiles in 80s, 90s, 80s, 85, 90s and want to get into the top IIMs by scoring a very high percentile, right? So 99 percentile is a score, is considered as a score, right, for majority of the people, so that they get into a very good B school. Okay. So hi Vanshika, Om and others whosoever is present, good evening. So in this video I'm going to talk about how to scale your score of CAT. So this is specially meant for those who have appeared for the examination. Those who have not, yes, it will definitely help them as well, that as how to start the preparation, what are the things that you need to target, and how can you maximize your score in CAT 2021. Okay. So if don't forget to like this session and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos on CAT and other MBA examination preparation. Okay. So how many of you appeared for CAT 2020? How many of you appeared for CAT 2020? What were your scores? So let me give you a brief about myself as well. Some of you must be knowing me, some of you not. I am an MBA from FMS Delhi, one of the most aspired B schools in the country, right? I am an aptitude examination expert. I keep writing several examinations, not only in MBA but in other categories as well. I've cracked several of those examinations. Okay, so I enjoy taking CAT. And I've written it 7 times and all 7 times I've got 99 plus percentile. I've secured more than 99.9 percentile in the DILR and quant sections. These are two my sections of expertise, right? And I score heavily in these two sections, because of which I eventually get a very high score. Okay, so this year has been a good for me, right? I mean, okay types, right? You can say that performing consistent in all the examinations. Okay, so like CAT, XAT, SNAP and all, I wrote all these examinations and scored decently this season, right? So I think that I am a good person to tell you about the things that what you should do, what you should not do to scale your scores. Okay, so I'll talk about different sections and how you should scale your scores, right? What are the things that you need to look at in order to maximize your scores. Okay. Okay, so first and the foremost thing, the ones who have not, the ones who have appeared for this examination should be knowing about the percentile thing, right? Percentile is, like, if you talk to laymen, they won't understand it, right? So a percentile is basically the number where the percentage at the number of candidates who will lie below you, right? So let's say if you say 99 percentile, so 99 percentile out of 2 lakh people would be in the top 2000, right? So if you talk about the top B schools, you have around 2000 seats. Unreserved category I'm talking about, you need 99 percentile to get into the top B schools. Okay. Now, first and the first question that I would like to ask you is, what is your target percentile for CAT 2021? How much are you targeting for CAT 2021? The ones who have appeared for the examination as well as the ones who are yet to appear. How much are you targeting? What is your target CAT percentile? Okay, Yash is saying 99. Okay, what about the others? Okay, so only the ones who are targeting above this are watching this video, or the ones who are targeting low as well? Okay, so I have one person, Om. I liked his answer, right? Why should you target 99 percentile? Why don't you target 100 percentile? And then why do you restrict yourself, right? That's the first thing that you should see, that I mean, you should overcome this fear of success, right? You should not target a certain percentile. Okay, I mean, you should try to maximize your score, right? Target 100 percentile, right? I mean, you may not be able to achieve it. That's a different thing. But target should be the ultimate pinnacle, right? Why should you restrict yourself, right? You should not restrict yourself. So, like, if you go by a target of 99, and if you are really good, what if you can get more than that, right? So you should not target any percentile. I mean, you should target, say, 100 percentile, right? I target 100 percentile. Okay, then I mean, that will depend on your sincerity, how you work towards it, right? What efforts you put, what is your, I mean, current level, right? So those things, what are your strengths and weaknesses, how do you work upon that, and all those factors. And of course the D-Day factor, how did you fare out in the examination, did you I mean, get stuck in some of the questions, or whatever the reasons. So all those factors will collectively give you the scores, right? So target should also always be 100. Okay, so now let us understand the CAT score versus percentile, right, for CAT 2019 and 2020. Why I have taken 2019? I mean, that is not something that's that's going to be constant, right? But let us look at certain things, that what is 99 percentile. Let's have a reality check also, right? What does 99 percentile mean? Like, some people think that, okay, 90, like, if you talk to some people who do not know, have thorough understanding of the scores and all, right? They believe that 90 percentile is decent, 99 won't be much far, right? But let's look at the reality. Now I have taken this CAT 2019 data as well, because 2021 is going to be on the same pattern, right? 100 questions. This was just 76 question and 2 hours paper, right? So it was an outlier because of COVID-19, right? But still there are certain things. Let us look at this. Like 99.99 is almost the topper, right? That 100 percentile, that's a very outlier thing, right? There could be a person who is scoring, let's say, in this range might be scoring 230. There could be a person who is scoring 260 also, right? There could be a lot of difference between the 100 percentile, because that's an outlier thing, right? Some person did really well, right? Was some lucky and maybe managed some flukes or whatnot. But if you talk about the general population, right, 99.9, right? Some people think that 99 and 99.9, see the difference, right? It's a huge difference, and the same difference lies between 95 and 99. Okay, if you see 99.9, right? So similar difference would fetch you. So I mean, there's a huge difference between 99.9 and 99, right? So 99.9 is someone who is like almost certain getting calls from the top 3 B schools, right? If that person has average, above average decent academics in like, even if it's a gem and has got decent academics, that should right, and that's the score, right? So 99 percentile is generally the thing that people target, and I mean, they should target 100, but at 99 percentile you get very good B schools, right? 99.9 is maybe for A, B, C, right? 99.7 for GEM for old IMs, right? So these are for, I mean, very high scores for general engineer males, okay? But for normal people, right, these scores 99 percentile should suffice, right? So if someone scored 70 and he had to go to 158, what are the things that should be done, right? 49 to 102. Okay, so that means you have to just more than double your score, okay, if you are in 80s, right? So we'll see the different category that you fall into and how much increase do you need? Okay, so these are the scores for CAT 2019 and 20. Okay, now suppose you got 98 percentile, right? You just needed 10% or 12% as compared to this. So we have taken some data, and this database thing will give you a good understanding that how much you need to scale your score. Okay, so if you were at 97 percentile, some people were trying for 99, they managed to get 97. If they want to appear again, you need to put, you need to level up your scores by 20%. If you see similar numbers, right? If you were on the 95th percentile, you need to increase your score by 1/3. Okay, now these are, these are not, if you see the scores, these are relatively same percentages, right? So this suggests that the scoring range, that will depend on the paper, of course, that you will have to put, you have to improve yourself by 1/3, right? If you were on the 90 percentile, okay, if you were at 90 percentile and are targeting 99, so you will have to improve yourself by 60%. Okay, it means 60% improvement from 90 to 99. From 85 you will need almost 85% improvement, right? So see, like where you stand right now, okay, that's all right. You have enough time to scale your scores. Okay, you have enough time, and I'll tell you how you should scale your things up. What are the things that you must do, okay, to scale your scores. Okay, and if you were at 80 and you are targeting directly 99, okay, that is no harm in doing that, right? You should try to achieve the best. There have been instances, people who scored somewhere 80-85 percentile getting more than 99 percentile and even higher, 99.5 plus, right? So what you need to do is you have to scale your scores. In this case 125, 108, right? So basically you need to at least double your score and even more than that, right? So how to double that score, right? So if you doubled your score, you would have got 90, close to 98. In this case maybe 98.5, right? So how to reach that score? Okay, now you need the reality, the reality check where you stand, right? If you were at 80th percentile, you needed to double your score at least. Okay, now how do we double that? Okay, let us look at some more things that will give us some clarity. Okay, now there are three options. You have three options to scale your scores, and again I'll substantiate with data so that you won't say that it's just some airy stuff. Okay, now if you be a one section wonder, okay, let's say you are very strong at quantitative aptitude, right? Very strong, you have built all concepts, you have solved thousands of questions, right? You know all the concepts very well, and you are certain that you will be able to score around say 34 questions this time. So you will be able to score, you will be able to get 30 out of 34, right? So that is one thing, right? Or you are very good at verbal ability, you have read a lot, right? Your grammar, vocab, grammar is not tested yet, but your vocab is very strong, your comprehension abilities are very strong. So one thing is that you can be a one section wonder, you can be very good in one of the sections. Now I'll tell you which section is the easiest to master. The easiest section to master is quant, right? I'll tell you the reason also. There is certainty in your in solving the questions, right? If you are very good at quant, you can solve questions and get the maximum accuracy. If you are very good at verbal, sometimes it might happen that your accuracy might hamper, right? Verbal, the accuracies will fluctuate, right? It is not necessary to get a very high score. That involves several other things as well, right? And decent in the other two. We will see with scores also that if you are very good in one of the sections and decent in other two sections, you can make it to the top league. Or second option is you have is, right, score high in two sections. Now this is something that you would require efforts in just one section and giving moderate time to the other two. Second option you have is you have score very high in two sections, right? And the third section will be taken care of. For example, I'll take my case. right? I score very high in quant and DALR section, right? Almost 99.9, and I score average in verbal, right? 88 percentile. Last year I managed to get a good one, right? Otherwise I get like 85 to 90 percentile in verbal, right? But still my scores are very high. That's because I score very high in two of the sections. Okay. Third approach is get a balanced score, right? That is helpful in many ways, right? Because the sectional cutoffs are also there, and if you get a balanced score, that is always helpful to you. Okay, so let us see some more data points, right? Let's look at the sectional scores that were in CAT 2019 and CAT 2020. Okay, now remember the numbers for 99 percentile. Here it was 158, right? 99 percentile in CAT 2019, it was 158, and here it was 102, isn't it? So let us say how to build this score. Okay, so you should know before even attending the examination that how you can achieve this, right? So like you should put your efforts accordingly, right? I mean, see, I'll tell you one thing, that if you work more on your strengths, okay, although there would be people who would argue against this, but I have always believed in that, and it has worked for me as well. If you put more efforts on your strengths, you will get better results, right? Because right, if you enjoy, let's say if you are good at verbal ability, okay, and you put a little efforts and you put the same effort, the result that you get in your your strong area will be much better, right? So let's say you spend a decent amount of time in scoring in improving your verbal, right? Maybe from 72 you can get into 99, right? But if you put the same effort in quant, maybe 72 you would be able to reach 95 at max, right? Because that's your comfort zone, right? So although I wouldn't say that you should ignore other sections, but put more efforts on your strongest area. I mean, that's my philosophy, and it works as well, right? With minimal efforts you can maximize your score. Okay, now let us see that, and it should be like you should have a balanced thing, that's fine, but one section you will have to score very high. Okay, let us say I am very good at verbal ability, I score 99.9 percentile, right? And in the other two sections I am average, like 95 percentile. Okay, 95 percentile is also not very difficult, right? I'll tell you the things that you need to do. Okay, right, so what score do I get? This is 83 plus 75, exactly 158, right? Even if you get 95 in two sections, right, which is a good score. Of course it is possible to score 95 percentile in each section if you start at the right time, right? If you put sincere efforts, then definitely. See, why people don't score well is even if they start early, is they break the momentum, right? They do not follow certain things, they do not go through past year papers, right? If you go through past year papers, right, analyze them, and don't be in a habit to look for solutions instantly, right? Put your efforts, right? Sometimes what happens is I'll tell you the skills to build DILR skills also. Okay, so what happens is we give up things. Okay, if you do not give up, then take my word that getting 95 percentile is not a big deal. If you are sincere with your efforts, persistent in your preparation, right? Even if your IQ level is average, okay, even if your IQ level is average, you can definitely scale 95 percentile, right? It's not very difficult. Okay, there are certain things that you need to analyze. I mean, people generally do not do research of the examinations, right? See what is asked in examination. If you talk about quant, it is majority of arithmetic, right? People spend time on just learning permutation, combination, and number system, right? Put more efforts, put the same effort on arithmetic, master that arithmetic skills, right? Because you know that arithmetic is going to be asked in majority, right? So if you put that effort, you know that okay, my arithmetic portion is done, you will be able to, like, out of 34, I'll tell you at least 12 questions are going to be from arithmetic. If you master arithmetic itself, right, which is till class 10th, right, you should be able to score 36 right? Plus if you master some more concepts, geometry and all, definitely you can easily scale up to 50, right, in this paper, right? So there are certain things that you need to check, which are the topics that are frequently asked, right? In verbal ability, if you practice RC daily, right, if you practice RCs daily, I'm pretty sure that you will be easily able to get 95 plus percentile, right? No one would be able to stop you from getting that score, right? The reason is people do not practice, right? They just they do not have that momentum. So you need to build the momentum from right now itself and take it continuously till the day of the examination. Okay, some people start early but they leave in between. Okay, so that is one thing that you need to keep in mind, that you have to be persistent in your preparation. Okay, so one section wonder theory says that if you score very high in one of the sections, let us take this with some other data also, right? Let's say I was excellent in DILR, in other two sections I got this, so I would have got 45 and this is 62, somewhere 107 plus, right? Or even if I was with any of the three sections I was very good and other two sections I was okay types, right, I could easily scale 99 percentile, right? So one section wonder thing is, like, if you are very good in one section, you can easily sail through, right? Then second thing is, either you do, like, try to get 99 percentile mark, and 99 percentile is let's say you are good with quant and verbal, right, and you manage to get around 90 percentile. DILR and quant you get 99 percentile and verbal you get around 90 percentile. Okay, so for that you will have to put good efforts, right, in both these sections, so you will still getting close to 99 percentile. Okay, let's take just some number here, right, and 90 percentile. So what do you get? You get 76 and 99, right? So again very close to 99 percentile. So even if you get 99 in two of the sections and you get 90, which is again a decent score, right, you are able to scale to right, this score 99 percentile. So see, look at the things, right? I've shown you two examples, right? Or if you are moderate, like, then try to achieve some figure like this, maybe somewhere between 95 and 99, right? Let's say you get 55 here, right, 45 here, and then 55 here. So again you get somewhere close to the 99 percentile. So target somewhere around 97 to 98 percentile in all three sections. So see, if you see that it is achievable, right? So let's just take 37, let's take 30, right, and then take, let's say, 36 or something like that. In this case you are getting even yes, you are getting close to 99 percentile, right? So somewhere between 95 and 99, if you are able to score somewhere in this range, 97, 98 in all three sections, that is also you can get that 99 percentile, right? So getting 99 percentile is not very difficult, right? The thing is, you need to be prepared with the right approach, right? So you know that, okay, I'll have to build myself up to this ability that I should be able to score this much in all the three sections. So I mean, you can decide your approach, whether you want to be a hero in one of the sections, right, do exceedingly well, right? Suppose you are blessed with good verbal aptitude, right? Since childhood you have read in English medium schools, you have been fond of reading books, right? Fiction, non-fiction, you have got a very good reading habit, right? You read a lot of books, right? Some people read like 20-25 books in a year and even more, and if you are in those category, right, you can definitely ace the VARC section, right? In other two sections also, keep in mind what are the things that you need to do, you will be able to score it, right? And or it could be like you are average in all three sections, right? You need to up your level to certain limit so that you can score. Okay, so that those are the things. Now people keep asking what is the right time to start, right? Some people must be asking how much time do you need to prepare and all, right? There is no such fixed thing, right? There are some people who take 12 months, right? There are some people who take 8-9 months, right? There are some people who would complete this in 5-6 months also, right? It will depend on your IQ level also, right? Some people might take just 3 months of preparation and they might score very high in that, right? So that depends on your caliber also, right? So if you know, what I would say is attempt past year papers, right? Know your caliber. Where do you stand? Like if you feel that you are getting less than 90 percentile, not scoring very high, so you know that okay, you will have to work on, you'll have to work hard, go through the syllabus, see the things. If you feel that no, you do not know many of the concepts, so you need to start early, right? And if you know all the things, right, maybe you can do it in 3 months as well. Okay, so that's not a question, but why should you wait, right? Why should you wait? You should start now itself, right? If you have thought that you're going to get into some of the top B schools of the country, you will be writing CAT 2021, so why do you wait for that time to start, right? So start your preparation now itself. Okay, now there are certain things that you need to do, okay, that you need to do in order to uh, do well in CAT, right? There are things that, like, if you make that as a habit, definitely you will see that your scores will definitely be very high, right? So spend some time reading, right? At least 1 hour on reading. Now, what you should read? You should read newspapers for sure, right? That will also build your like general awareness and would help you in RCs and your VAT and GDPI also, right? Then you could read some fiction, non-fiction, right? Read articles. If you, and it should be right, different genres. Okay, read different genres. Read about philosophy. Read about history. Right? Read those things. Right? I mean, initially you will find it difficult. Initially you will struggle to read for 1 hour, but gradually if you make it a habit, you will realize that after like 1 month or 2 months, you will be in a regular practice. Okay. Now solve one RC. There are a lot of past year papers, right? Lot of mock papers available, right? Lot of sites where you will get all this content, right? So no restriction on that. So solve one RC, right? Maybe you are maybe, and do these on non-timed basis. Okay, initially do all these activities on a non-timed basis. Take as much time as you want. Okay, even if you are taking 30 minutes to get read an RC and solve it, take it, right? Solve DILR sets from past year papers or mock tests. Right now, I'll tell you the importance of DILR is why people struggle is, see, first of all, in DILR there are no such basic concepts kind of thing, right? These are all logical sets, right? If you solve 1 or 2 sets every day, maybe initially it might take you 1 hour to attempt it, right? It might take 45 minutes to attempt a set, okay? But do that, right? Do it without seeing the solution. Try to get the solution on your own, right? Put a lot of effort into that, right? If you are not getting it, try to solve it again, right? Try solving it again. Spend as much time as you can, because see, don't think that if you are not able to do in 10 or 15 minutes, I should give it up, right? If you spend, let's say you spend 1 hour on one set, okay? Now you will learn that what are the things that should not be done, right? You will discover yourself, right? You will discover that what are the things that should be done, what should not be done, right? In what are ways you are making mistakes. So you will learn your mistakes, right? And gradually, like, take this as a challenge. Start solving 1 or 2 sets. Like, pick the most difficult sets of the recent examinations, and then see. Like, after some days, you will realize that, like, maybe after 1 month of brainstorming, you will develop that ability to solve a set within 15-20 minutes. Okay, and gradually you will see that the time will reduce. It will not happen in one day. Okay, DILR cannot be mastered in one day, that you sit and you solve 10 sets and you are done. No, it will take time, right? And the more sets you see, in more ways you will start thinking, right? Your thinking ability will increase, right? So you can solve some puzzles also, that will improve your thinking ability, right? So spend time to it, right? It's like doing a gym, right? It's a mental gym, right? You people go to the gym, right? Do they develop muscles within a week or month? No, it takes like some 3-4 months, right, to build a good physique. So it's like that, it's you are building your mental physique. Okay, so attempt these things, attempt for attempt regularly, right? Initially if you are struggling, slowly you will see that yes, you will be mastering these things. Okay, also solve 8 to 10 quant sections, maybe topic wise or mixed bag, whichever way you want, so that you have a habit of doing questions and you maintain speed, because in quant it requires speed to solve questions. So if you are consistent, definitely you will be able to build speed during the till the day of the examination. Okay, now what are the things that need to be completed if you are preparing, starting your preparation now? Yes, that's the right time to prepare. Okay, so for the next 3 months, I would say till May end, focus just on covering the concepts, right? Like whichever source you are using, right? Complete the concepts of quant, verbal, DILR, right? In DILR and verbal, you do not have much concepts. Verbal is mostly RCs. Okay, so read about different types of things, like what is assumption, what is inference. Read about all those things, right? And if I talk about the DILR, there are certain concepts, right? How to read charts. Okay, and some more special type of questions. Understand those concepts. That won't take much time. Quant will take a long time because there are too many chapters. Okay, so cover that by end of May. Okay, so in the next 3 months, focus on these things. Then June to July, spend the entire duration on solving past year papers. Now past year papers, how do they help is they will help you access your level, right? You will get to understand that okay, I was able to do this. You will know the cutoffs also, right? You can check for the, let's say you solve CAT 2017 paper, right? You check the cutoffs, you check score versus percentile, you will get the data, right? You will get to know okay, I was at 98 percentile in this paper, and you took CAT 2020 some slot. Okay, you scored X marks and you saw that okay, I was at 99.5 percentile or 95 percentile. So you know that where do you stand in these papers, right? So the scores are available, right? So there are several sources. Even on gradeup side, you will get CAT 2020 papers, all 3 slots. Okay, that is, I mean, all these things are freely available on the internet, right? You will get all these papers, right? Especially CAT 2017 to 20. Okay, and if you talk about past also, you will get somewhere around 1990, I don't know, 1990s to 2008. So all these papers are available. Apart from that, there are several other examinations. You will get papers of those as well, ZAT, IFT, right? Yes, all those will be available in PDF format, right? So there is no dearth of content, right? There are several past year papers. Even if you take one paper per day, right, solve it thoroughly, analyze things, right? This itself will give you an idea that what type of questions are asked, right? So you will master those concepts. Then August to attempt October, like whichever course you are enrolled with, right? Whichever thing you are enrolled with, right? So in that you take the mock test and work on strength and weaknesses, right? So then you fine tune yourself, right? As I said that you by the time if you have done ample practice, right? So right, so if you give enough time in your preparation, like 4 or 5 months, if you have done well, you will understand that no, this is, so I gave you 3 options, right? One was like one section wonder, right, wherein you score very high in one of the sections, right? If you have done put sincere efforts for 4 or 5 months, you will know that okay, I'm going to scale in quant no matter what. I know quant very well, I've understood all the concepts, right? I'll be able to score like out of this year it will be 102, I'll be able to score around 85 to 90 in quant, right? So you have that confidence. Now you know that okay, I'm slightly weak at verbal, so I'll have to work on it, right? Similarly, like if you feel that okay, you are not able to score very high in any of the sections, but you are doing moderately good in all the 3 sections, so you will put I mean equal efforts on all the sections, and then maintain that score. Okay, and November should be final revision, right? So just go through all the concepts that we studied, right? Different types of questions, right? For quant, make a notebook that in number system you have 20 type of questions, right? How to solve each and every type, right? Or maybe speed, time, distance, you know, there is problem of trains, right? There is problem of boats and stream, there is problem of escalator, right? So all those things, you know, okay, these are the things. So while building your concepts, right, make note of all those things, right? Let's say in DILR, like there are certain type of questions, the cube based questions, right? Like these are standard questions, so you know that okay, these are the ways how to solve it. So revise all those concepts in the last 1 month, right? So if you take, let's say sufficient number of mocks, 20 to 30 mocks, right, plus past year papers, right? So you would have definitely solved 50 plus papers, right? If you solve 50 papers, right, full length papers, how is it not possible that you would score very high, right? So start from now itself. As I said that please go through some past year the material, right? Clear the concepts first, right? In the next 2-3 months work on the concepts and then practice regularly, right? So practice makes things better, right? So there are people who are born with high IQ, right? So that is you have to agree, they might be able to do that in 2 to 3 months, right? But there are people who would have normal IQ, right? Who would be normal normal, but they can do extra normal things by being persistent, right? It's not impossible, right? It's just that you need to be sincere with your efforts, right? People generally don't put efforts, they just, I mean, they start, they will have they would be excited at this stage, will start, after 1 month they would leave it, right? So that's the thing, that you need to be consistent, right? You are giving time to quant section only, VRs and DLR hota hi nahi pata chalta 4 दिन अच्छा. So Gaurav, I mean that you will have to be disciplined in that use alternate days to prepare for the sections, right? Or I would say prepare in small chunks of all 3 sections every day. Okay, so this is the ideal timeline, and again I said that that this is not something that fits all, but I'm talking from a person who is from a person's perspective who is average, right? Who is not great, who has got 80 percentile in CAT, right? And is targeting, who has to double his or her score from 80 percentile score to, I mean, the actual score, you have to double it, right? I showed you the data, you have to more than double it. So if you were at that level and you have to achieve this level, this is the roadmap that you have to follow, right? So we can just tell you the roadmap, we can assist you with your problems and all, but the groundwork that has to be done is to be done by you, right? Okay, so on mock analysis also we shall have sessions, right? So for now, I mean, just focus on covering the concepts, right? And mocks do come at a later stage. We'll tell about mocks also, that how to analyze them, right? Go through each and every question properly and see that where you made a mistake, what all things could have been improved. But take mocks only when you have completed the concepts, right? Take past year papers only after this, because if you start taking papers now, if you take mock test now, that is not going to benefit you, because you will be not knowing many of the concepts, and then you will feel depressed. That will not give you a true picture of your preparation. Okay, so if you are preparing for CAT 2021, gradeup has got a course for you, right? You may enroll in it, and the enrollments are open, and it's a full 1 year preparation plan which has several more than 300 live classes, right? We'll give mocks and sectional tests, right? It will also include GD VAT and PI preparation. Okay, and for that you just need to subscribe to gradeup Super. And for this thing, we are running some offer, right? So some February Mela, we have this offer that we are giving 50% off, and the validity is also double, right? So if you are going for a 3-month subscription, you'll get a 6-month subscription at just 6,000, right? If you were willing for a 6-month subscription, you'll get a 12-month subscription for just 10,000, or 18-month subscription at 11,500. That's nothing, right? If you go for that 1 year or 18 months, right, that's nothing. 18 months at just 11,500, right? That is not even like 700 rupees a month, right? More than that you would be paying your Wi-Fi bill, right? So it is less than your Wi-Fi bill. Okay, so you can definitely I mean, go for this plan at this affordable price. Nothing beats this price, and with the best mentors. I'm sure you are aware of the mentors at gradeup. They have heavily scored in these examinations. Okay, so these were some of the students who prepared with us, and we had the first batch for CAT in 2020. We started in 2020, and these are some of the students who made it to the I mean, who got a very high percentile in CAT, and there are many others who got high percentile in other examinations also, right? So you could be one such student the next year, right? So we shall you'll make us proud, you'll make yourself proud, right? So start at the right time. It's the right time to prepare. You have more than 9 months, right, which is a very good time to prepare for an examination like CAT. Okay, and even if you are a normal person, right, if you have got 40-50 percentile also, if you are persistent with your preparation, definitely you can scale your score. Okay, so that's it for this. I just gave you the roadmap. It's important for you to follow that, right? Because see, there are things that people know, but they do not follow it, right? Everyone knows that if they exercise daily, they will build muscles, right? If they'll stay fit, but people do not do it, right? So that's the problem, right? I told you that what to do regularly. If you regularly follow that, you will see the results. That's for sure, right? It's nothing magical or something that I am someone that I can get 99% and the second person cannot get, right? It is just that some people would take more time to achieve that, some people would take less time. It's like it's an aptitude based test, right, which is all about building your mental muscles. Okay, so you see that people go to the gym and they take the oath that they will go to the gym for an year and then build muscles, and within a week or two they get demotivated or what, right? They just leave the gym, and then they just waste their time, right? So on the other hand, there are people who go to the gym regularly and build a very good physique. So same applies here as well, right? If you start your preparation on the right time, be consistent, definitely you will see the result, right? That is for sure, that is like inevitable. Okay, if you are consistent, definitely you will get the results. Okay, because it requires it to build it your preparation for these examinations. Okay, all right, so that's it for now, right? I hope I've given enough gyan. It's now you to implement that and follow that to succeed in CAT 2021. Okay, so I wish you all the best with your preparation. Thank you and have a great day ahead.